Hello, welcome to Just Vintage Crochet and welcome to another mystery pattern. We have been on a mystery pattern marathon. So let's just get right into it. Many of you know what we do here, but for even just that one new viewer, I have a stack of patterns here that were put together for me. So I did not pick these out. Titles and images, if images exist, have been removed. They are separate from the pile. They exist. I just don't have them with me. And we won't know what we're making until we're done. All of these patterns, this time around, this is starting our third year of mystery patterns. So go check out, I have a whole playlist of mystery patterns. This time around, we're predominantly doing, so far, we've predominantly just been working out of the 1840s. We do have some from the I think, from the 1880s. And with these patterns, any stitch terms, modern stitch terms that you know, specifically US stitch terms, throw them out the door because they don't count here. For example, you would think that this was a yarn over 3 times. No, this is a Victorian era UK double crochet. This is not what we know. None of these stitch terms are going to be familiar to what you know today as a modern US crocheter. Okay, let's go ahead and pick our pattern. We will, of course, reveal what we have at the end of the video. Okay, pattern number 4, which is right on top. Okay, that's only the second time all year we picked the one that was right on top. So this is, for most of my regular viewers, a very familiar book. I do believe, to put your minds at ease, because I know we had a little bit of doily fatigue there for a moment, I do believe we have worked through all of the doilies from this book. So anything now that we get from this book should not be a doily. I went back and counted. That book had a section called 6 Doilies to Crochet. I do believe we've worked all 6. Okay, so this book is from 1846. And we finally get into the shepherd stitches. That is a slip stitch. I will show you the stitch terms here real quick, again, for even that one new viewer. Okay, here are the stitch terms that specifically come from this book, but these were the common stitch terms of the 1840s. They only used 4 total stitches: a slip stitch, chain stitch, a single crochet, and a double crochet. That's all modern US terms. What they were called back then was a slip stitch, which is a shepherd stitch or a single crochet. Chain stitch was a chain stitch. A single crochet that we know here in the US was called a plain back then, later changed to a double crochet. And what we know today in the US as a double crochet, they called a treble. So here you have all of that right here. I'll put that in proper order for you. And you can pause the screen and read these stitch terms for yourself and practice them. Okay, so looks like in this pattern, we will be using the shepherd or single crochet stitch, which is a slip stitch, which to me sounds like, that's another new pattern. That one's not even marked. I don't think this pattern, no, this pattern isn't one of our mystery patterns. Look at that though. The Art of Crocheting. Oh, this is teaching stitch terms. Okay, this must be for another book. Justin's constantly going through the books for me, trying to find me new patterns. Okay, here we go. Today's pattern, number 4. And it typically back then, when we have a shepherd stitch that needs to be used, it was usually for cuffing something. Work 6 shepherd stitches to bring the cotton to the second row. Oh no, that's a slip stitch. Never mind. This, they want us to slip stitch over. Okay, commence from second row when we are working Van Dyke stitches. Again, my OG Ride or Die viewers know what a Van Dyke is. A lot of you who have recently subscribed might not know what that is, and it's a granny stitch, you know, where you put 3 double crochet into 1 stitch or into 1 chain space. That's what a Van Dyke stitch is. Well, I'm reading the end. Let's read the beginning. Commence as last receipt. Uh-oh. That's a problem because the last receipt, which is the last pattern, likely gave us our stitch count and material. First row, double. Chain 1. I know it says treble. I'm translating this into modern US terms as I read it. So first row, 1 double, 1 chain, miss 1. Second row, 2 chains. So I guess I'm just going to invent a number of stitches. We're talking about rows and not rounds. So I'm just going to create a number of stitches. And when we discover what this pattern is, we'll look at we'll see what last receipt is supposed to be. 2 chain, 5 double crochet, turn back so as to work on the second. Okay, so we're not ending at the end of each row like a typewriter and starting at the beginning. We do get to turn. I love that. Okay, third row, 2 chains, miss 1, 3 double crochet, turn back. Fourth row, 2 chains, miss 1, 1 double crochet, 2 chains. Now we get into the work 6 slip stitches to bring the cotton to the second row. Commence from second row when all the Van Dykes are worked. Finish with a row of chain 3, miss 2, 3 single crochet all around them. Ooh, I can't even speculate as to what this is. All right, since we don't know how many, I'm just going to go ahead and use a thicker cotton this time. It'll be a little bit easier to see. There have been some requests to change it up to a thicker cotton sometimes, so I'm going to do that this time. All right, so I have a bit left over from when we did our 1970s shrug. This is that alpaca silk blend. I'll leave a link to that 1970s shrug tutorial down below. But we'll go ahead and work with this and a 4mm hook. So I just read off the entire pattern to you, so I won't keep grabbing it unless I feel I need to show you something. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start with a number of chains kind of at random. If I have too many chains, then I'll just leave them hanging off the side. Okay, let me take off my rings. Work a little easier with bare naked hands. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and start with a number of chains and I will be right back. Okay, so I have a chain of 45 here and it says first row, 1 double crochet, 1 chain, miss 1. So just your basic open crochet work, which is what it was used to be called back then. Today we would call that filet crochet. Back then it was called open crochet. So chain 1, miss 1, work a double crochet. Chain 1, miss 1, work a double crochet. Okay, so it looks like I'm going to end just right. That was just pure dumb luck. Really just absolute dumb luck. Okay, now it says second row, 2 chain, 5 double, turn back. Okay, so it's going to be, let's go ahead and start with a double, and I'm going to use a stacked or standing single crochet for that. We're going to start with the 5 double crochet, and I'm assuming we'd work that in the chain as well. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 2 chains, 1, 2, and I'm assuming we skip 2, 1, 2. These are all just assumptions, and I don't think that we're meant to just immediately work. Although it would say skip, wouldn't it? Or do they want us to work the 5 double? No, because then I think it would say into the same stitch if they wanted us to work the 5 double crochet into the same stitch. So I don't know if I should skip. I'm going to hold the pattern up again. It doesn't say to skip. Here it does say to skip. Here it says to skip. Here it does not. So, but if I don't skip, this sucker is going to start to curve like this if I don't skip. Just to prove that theory. 1. Or 1, 2. They did talk about Van Dykes. 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe they want it to curve. What if this is a collar and it's supposed to curve? Because as you can see, it's going to curve. Let's read on. Okay, third row, 2 chain, miss 1, 3 double, turn back. Now, the 3 doubled, if they're talking about Van Dykes, then that should be 3 into the same stitch or the same space. 2 chain, miss 1, 1 double, 2 chain. Okay, that really changes the way that's going to look. Work 6 shepherd stitches to bring the cotton to the second row. Wait, are we working in an oval? Are we supposed to be working in an oval? Commence from second row when all the Van Dykes are worked. Finish with a row of 3 chain, miss 2, 3 plain, all around them, all around them. Hold on. Turn back so as to work on second row. Oh. Are we supposed to be working in an oval? I'm seriously wondering if this is correct. It is. Oh, I hate when I do that. I really, it's not telling me to skip anything. Or it would help to know what the item is, and that's really a big part of the challenge. Making sense blindly, blindly making sense of just the words, no context. One, 2, 3, and 4, because the chain 2 counts as 1, so that makes 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So if we are working in an oval, it would make sense that you would want this to bloom out this way and this way. But it does. But are we working in an oval? No, because then it would say round. Turn back so as to work on second row. Sometimes things don't always hit me as I'm working on them, but then I come to these harsh realizations when I'm editing, and I just know everybody is going to point out in the comments how could you have missed that? How could you not understand it? It's so plain and simple and so obvious. Well, sometimes it's not so obvious when you're in the heat of the moment, but it is later on, secondhand obviousness. It's not saying to miss anything, so I'm going to just go with what it is saying. And I'm not going to work in an oval because it's not actually telling me to. I'm going to work in rows. This could be a collar or a cuff or an edging, although if it were an edging, it wouldn't be wanting it to curve because it is going to curve if I keep working this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I skip anything? No. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not going to end right. That's okay. I'll leave the bit off the end because I didn't have the proper stitch count anyway to start off with. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we'll just ignore this bit here on the end, like that. Ignored. Look how easy it is. Okay, so we are curving exactly as I predicted it would. I don't know. I mean, is there a chance I'm doing it wrong? Of course. Am I doing it wrong? Probably, of course. We'll see. Okay, third row, 2 chain, miss 1, 3 treble, turn back. Okay, so I will start off with 2 chain, start off with 4, 2 for my double, 2 for my chain, miss 1. This is not going to be right. You know what? We're going to start off with the 3 double crochet. One, 2, 3, 2 chain, miss 1, 3 double. I wish it had said miss 2. Man, I'm just gonna skip 2 right here. I just want to see what it looks like. You know, I'm just not practicing, but playing with it. 1, 2. Nope. Maybe it wants 3 in a row. Because 3 in a row can also be considered a Van Dyke stitch. We do have patterns that look like that, where they call it a Van Dyke, but it's 3 stitches in a row instead of 3 into 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, skip 1, 3 in a row, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, skip 1, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, skip 1. My confidence with this one is not very high. I have definitely worked some of these patterns with much higher level of confidence than I am today. Like, I'm confident that I understand the stitches. I'm not confident if I understand the vision, and therefore I am, oh, wait a minute, I'm already getting this all wrong. I'm skipping that chain 2 as if it's a chain 1. Yeah, this isn't right. I promise you I'm doing this wrong. One, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. This isn't right. 2, there's no cohesion to this. 1, 2. I'm going to keep going and see what kind of a mess I come up with, and we'll see what it's supposed to be. So I'll be right back. All right. That's where I am at now. We'll see. Okay. 4th row, 2 chains, miss 1, 1 double, 2 chain. So I will start with a double, 2 chains, miss 1, 1 double. Yeah, I don't feel remotely confident. Okay, just going to carry on. 2 chains, miss 1, 1 double. Okay, that's where we're at now. I just worked 2 double crochet in the last 2 stitches. Again, my stitch count was off to begin with, so I'm not concerned about that. I mostly just want to see how the pattern lays out, how it works out. All right. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Row 4 has all of this. Oh, okay, just a moment. I got to redo that. I don't know why I didn't think to turn the page. I guess I sort of probably thought that this was separate instructions. Okay, so 2 chain, miss 1, 1 double, 2 chain, work 6 slip stitches to bring the cotton to the 2nd row. Commence from 2nd row when all the Van Dykes are worked. I don't understand. I do not understand. I can't even picture it in my head. I really can't. 2 chain. Well, how do you, like turn this way and work down the side? Maybe. Okay. I need to see what this is. I want to make this. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the title of this pattern, and it says to commence from the last receipt. So I'm going to look that up. I want to see what the last receipt is. I need to see this thing worked out. So I will be right back. Okay. It says close Van Dyke edging. So I don't need to look the book up because in this book, all of the edgings start with 500 chain stitches per yard. So I know that's the chain count. Nothing about this makes a whole lot of sense to me. So if we work this to the end of the row and then work the 6 shepherd stitches to the 2nd row, commence from 2nd row, off to the side this way. When all the Van Dykes are worked, finish with a row of 3 chain, miss 2, 3 plain, all around them. Me and this pattern are quickly not becoming friends. Okay, row 4 has me done. I think all the rows, I don't think I got any of this right. Like none of it. I'm going to call this one a big fat fail. Again, if this is your first time watching one of my mystery videos, I don't always fail like this. I have a lot of successes. I encourage you to go check out my playlist. I will leave the playlist down below in the description box. By the way, when I say I leave yada yada down below, it's always in the description box. I don't understand this. Okay, guys, well, this was a big, fat fail, and I'm going to immediately pick another pattern and try to redeem myself, like right now. So I will see you all in the next video in a couple of days, because this is disappointing. Okay, bye.